Hey guys, so I'm just continuing my series of little things that I have learned to do or I'm trying to do as diligent practices to help me recover from being the adult child of a borderline. So one of the things that I shared in my story about how I was affected by being a borderline or by my mother's borderlineness was the whole concept of when I'm struggling, emotionally, when I'm having a rough day, or when I am angry, or when I'm insecure, or when I make a mistake and I feel bad about it. Um, one of the things that I was taught was to buck it up, and to really exercise tough love on myself. And of course, then what happened through that was I ended up being very unhealthy and very shameful and feeling awful, and I would take it out on myself. So when I would feel bad about things that I like, if I made a big mistake, with like my finances or something, like I would take it out on myself instead of taking care of myself. And so that's one of the big things. And I'm still working on this. I'm getting much, much better about it for sure. But I still am struggling with it, but it's getting better, which is cool. So anyway, but what I'm doing is instead of tough love is to be compassionate in actually giving myself gentle love in the whole process. So, for example, what that means is, let's say that I, missed a payment on something and ended up getting charged an extra fee, and and that would launch me into thinking like I'm so, into like those self-abusive thoughts of like, you're crappy with your finances, you don't do a good job, you're irresponsible and things like that. And instead what I try to do is go, wait, like you're okay, so you made a mistake, you know, don't I don't need to make this into I don't need to blow this out of proportion and think like that means that I'm this awful person, or that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me. First off, that means that this is normal. Other people struggle with this too. That's and that's okay. An opportunity for me to learn how to do a better job and to solve this one problem, not think, oh my gosh, there's something seriously wrong with me. And then what I would do is, you know, allow myself to feel whatever I'm feeling. If I am feeling mad at myself, if I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling frustrated, then I allow myself to feel those ways, and just let myself be in it and not be afraid to be in it, even though I am afraid to feel bad feelings at times, but to just let myself feel it and know that it will pass. Um, and then what I do is I actually reward myself for letting myself feel this way. So I reward myself for letting myself feel bad, and so I'll try to do something nice for myself, whether it's take an hour off from work and or go take a shower, or because I love showers, um, or go do my hair, makeup, whatever it is, like, or go sit outside and enjoy the day for a little bit, or go. I try not to use food too much because I know that food is kind of, I have still an issue with food to an extent, but I'll go get a candy bar, or it's just some little tiny treat, or honestly, I'll even call one of my girlfriends and just tell her about how I had this struggle, but I got through it, and yay, congratulations to me, so just little things like that, if I'm having a rough day emotionally, like let's say it's just that time of the month and I'm struggling with, with feeling bad, and I've got, those kind of like crazy thoughts that go through your head when you're really emotional during those times. It's like once I get through it, then I'm like, you know what? If I need the day off from work, and I can do this because I own my own business, then I'm going to take the day off. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it. And I'm just going to enjoy it. And I'm going to rest. And I'm going to do things that I really like. And be nice to myself about it, So that's been hugely helpful. And I can tell how much healthier I'm getting based on how quickly I can move from being in that stressful, negative state to being in that self-loving, kind, self-compassionate place. And so sorry, my bangs are growing out and they're itching my face. So anyway, so I hope that this helped you out as well in figuring out your own journey and skills to be able to overcome your emotional stuff when it comes to, growing up from being a child of a borderline. So yeah, thanks.